The third premise states that by donating to aid agencies, you can prevent death and suffering from lack of food, shelter, and medical care without sacrificing anything nearly as important. So this third premise is a descriptive statement. It is, according to Peter Singer, stating a descriptive fact. In contrast, the second premise was prescriptive, right? Because it was an ought statement. It was a normative statement telling us what we ought and ought not do, or what we would be right or wrong for doing. The third statement is just describing a fact about the world. And according to Peter Singer, it is a fact that by donating to aid agencies, we would be able to prevent death and suffering without sacrificing anything nearly as important on our part. After all, by donating some money, as long as we're not donating too much, we will not be suffering or, at risk of death ourselves. So what we're giving up is clearly not nearly as important as what we're gaining, the life and the prevention of suffering in these other people around the world. But on top of that, Peter Singer is specifically saying that the right way to help is by donating money to aid agencies. Why is he saying this? I think it's relatively clear. And the reason is that donating money to aid agencies is really easy for us. Moreover, there are particular aid agencies that are highly effective. Peter Singer mentions a few of these aid agencies, both in his essay and in the TED Talk that I've asked you to watch. So for instance, the Against Malaria Foundation is a foundation that purchases mosquito nets for people who are living in areas where there are many diseases that are carried by mosquitoes. And so by purchasing a mosquito net, you are greatly raising the chances of survival for these people, and you are decreasing the chances that they will suffer from some kind of serious disease or illness. All you have to do to save a person's life in this way is to donate some of your money to the Against Malaria Foundation. Even a few dollars is able to buy a mosquito net for someone. So again, what Peter Singer is saying is that not only do these aid agencies give you an opportunity to help, but they make it really easy for you. He also mentions Oxfam and UNICEF. Again, just by donating $20, $50, maybe even $100 to these aid organizations, you can provide food for children and for adults for days on end, right? And that is far more value that they are getting with your money than what you get with your money. So again, you're not sacrificing, according to Peter Singer, anything nearly as important, and you are helping, you are preventing suffering in an easy, effective way. This is why donating money to aid agencies is the right way to help.